And I've been single I'm 19 and I've been single my whole entire life. And up until this morning, I felt like it was so embarrassing that I've never been in a relationship before. But I realized that there is nothing to fear anymore. Like, why do I fear that I will be single my whole life? And like, why am I fearing that people will judge me for it? Because genuinely, why does that matter? Like, it actually doesn't.
I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Rakah, Quadash, double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone while and which taught us the truth. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba babal. So just what that young woman said, she's 19 and she's single and she's embarrassed of it and she don't understand why, but it's because the Lord is pouring out his spirit upon all flesh. So you got Israelite women like herself, which you could tell she's not a normal Moabite or Ammonite. She has this spirit upon her because she's an Israelite. This is Isaiah 4 verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And the shame is that she hasn't married and had children. That's the shame that she's feeling. I'm cross-referencing this verse, and it's going to send me to Genesis for the reproach 30 and verse 23. It says in Genesis 30 and 23, and she conceived and bare a son and said, my power had taken away my reproach. See, the shame is not being married and not having children. All right? Forgive the sound in the background, please. Thank you. All right. So once again, Isaiah 4 and 1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. When you translate this to the NLT, it says, in that day so few men will be left, 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids, meaning a woman that has no husband. All right, because it's a shame on women to have no husband and to bear no children, when that's your whole entire purpose of existing. All right. And the reason why the men are going to be so few is because there's going to be a war. It's already happening. You know, this deportation, it's coming out that they're dropping those men into the ocean. All right. And a lot of men are going to go to prison. A lot of men are going to go into war. All right. It tells you in 2nd Ezra 15 and 33, it says, verse, not 33, 16 and 33. 2nd Ezra 16 and 33. It says, the virgins, like that young lady, she's a virgin. She says she's never been with nobody. Shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. You just heard her mourn. This prophecy is coming to pass, but it's going to get worse as war increases. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands, because they're going to all be dead. It says, their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Which this is why we've been telling you to repent. We do these videos not just for the men, but also for the single women of our nation. All right? Because the women that are married, you should be at home listening to your own husband. All right? But for the women that are single in our nation, you're supposed to take heed so that you could receive salvation. It says in 1 Timothy 2, verse, I'll start at 10. It says, "But which becometh women professing godliness with good works," which good works is obeying what is commanded for a woman to do, which is to obey your husband as your Lord. "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection." Subjection means under the rule of your husband. "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Eve was deceived." All right. Then it says, "And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. And what she did was she talked to another man, which today that man is the so-called white race." All right, which they deceived the woman, and they're going to deceive her into believing that she needs an implantable microchip to be part of the system, which if you accept that, that will condemn you to the nuclear destruction of America. It says, verse 15, "Notwithstanding, she shall be saved." So, notwithstanding meaning you do understand. All right, you understand that you are required to have a husband to receive salvation. As an Israelite woman, this is as it is written. "She shall be saved in childbearing," which childbearing is marriage. All right, when a man and a woman come together and have a child, that is marriage. All right. In this wicked ass society, they tell you that you got to go get a license, and you got to, even the date, they say that you could, you have to wait till the woman is 18. But in the scriptures, women were to be married at the age of their period, which in this wicked society, they persecute you for something like that. And this is why it's a wicked ass society. All right. Now, there are women that are going to be joined to the elect men according to understanding that this is the way of salvation. All right. And we're going to go back into the original way when we repopulate. All right. Because America, the kingdom of the wicked, is going to be destroyed for its wickedness. And it's going to be an event. The Lord's going to avenge us on this whore. It says, "If they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety." So women are not supposed to be drunk. Women are not supposed to be out in the world having many friends. Women are not to be mean and disrespectful. All right. Women are to be in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Wa abab abal.